A podcast, man. We're back with another one, and a quick one at that. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got the time, man. We appreciate that love. And for this, we getting straight into it. It's the live fight chat, the live fight breakdown for the likes of Dillion, the body snatcher Whyte, taking on Moses Itauma. Yes, you heard it right. August 16, 2025. We got the likes of Dillion, the body snatcher Whyte, taking on Moses Itauma for a nice little heavyweight scrap. I believe it's a 10 rounder. I thought it was going to be an actual 12 round contender slash makeshift championship type of bout. But apparently that is not the case, but we'll make sure once the fight gets going. On your way in, hit that like button. It's free. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below, subscribe if you got the time. As you can tell, yes, we're still on the road. Actually, back on the road. Just taking care of a few little things in and out, but we still gonna talk this boxing talk even when we're on the road. So we got the standard mobile setup going. So rock out with us as we get ready to call this fight, this live pay-per-view. Shout out to DAZN Network. Shout out to Riyadh Season, getting this thing going for us. And shout out to the sport of boxing for getting us a good, entertaining Saturday afternoon as we get ready to see the likes of two heavyweight guys really scrap it out and get it going, right? So right now we got the likes of Sam Goodman taking on the likes of Nick Ball. Just ended the 9th round there. So these two gentlemen just getting close to wrapping up their fight, and then we should be right into the Dillion Whyte and Moses Itauma scrap. Shout out again to boxing. Shout out to the Saturday afternoon, at least depending on where you're at. Should be a good fight, should be a good scrap, right? I mean, a lot of people have Moses Itauma the favorite, right? I mean, as I guess you should. The younger man, speed advantage. Hopefully, he probably should have the stamina advantage in this one as well. We'll see as the fight gets ready to go here. Right now, again, Nick Ball and Sam Goodman are in the now in the 10th round, getting ready to knock this thing out. I've got Sam Goodman actually winning this fight with a close upset so far, but we still got 3 more rounds to go, 10, 11, 12. These are championship fights, which really should get it going. Hey, Ava, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hey, what's going on, Luciano? What's going on, German? We got us a great Saturday afternoon of boxing, man. We got great Saturday with Dillion, a body snatcher Whyte. Let us know who you got before this fight gets going. Right now, we've got Nick Ball and Sam Goodman in the ring, 10th round. Very close fight. Might be an upset in the making right here. Sam Goodman out of Australia is fighting pretty clean, pretty straight. But with that said, who y'all got between Dillion Whyte and Moses Itauma? Good heavyweight scrap. If you watched our 3-minute fight drill, our 3-minute fight breakdown, I did pick Itauma if he's defensively responsible, mainly because of the speed and youth advantage in there. But I give Dillion Whyte a great shot at this one. And honestly, I love a good upset, so I wouldn't be mad if I see Dillion, the body snatcher Whyte, get this one out and help continue to grow his career back in the sport of boxing. But let us know who you got. Hit that like button. It's free. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. We want to rock out this Saturday. We got plenty of boxing going here. We got Sam Goodman trying to upset the likes of Nick Ball right now in the 10th round. 50 seconds left in it. Goodman has been fighting well on the outside. Good footwork and positioning. Right now, he's been really disciplined behind that jab, all really throughout the entire fight right now. So I see this one being close. And if you want some inside game, I actually bid that this would be a draw between Goodman and Nick. between Goodman and Nick Ball. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, we appreciate you rocking out on this Saturday afternoon. We're going to rock out. We're going to call this thing all the way through until we get a winner between Dillion Whyte and Moses Itauma. How does my audio sound? Not too sure how I'm sounding off of this device right now. As you can tell, again, we moving around. We got the hotel flow. And even when I'm on the road, even when we're moving around, we still gonna talk boxing. We still gonna get into it, especially when it's a good event like this. Big heavyweight scrap, UK boxing. we're going to get up into it. We're going to stop whatever we're doing, and even if we're on the road, and tune in. And right now they're showing Dillion Whyte getting his hands wrapped. I'm telling you, this should be a great fight. I think whoever wins this one, I did predict it not to go all the way. I think somebody's getting knocked out in this fight between Moses Itauma and Dillion Whyte. Proper heavyweight contest. And I think we're going to see some good hands get thrown. Hopefully we see something good here. I hope it's a good one. I hope it's a real good one. Hey, Rain, how you doing? Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. Subscribe if you got the time. Who do y'all got between Moses Itauma and Dillion Whyte today? Appreciate y'all rocking out. If you checked out our 3-minute fight drill, our 3-minute fight breakdowns, we already called it. So, you know, if the young man is solid and disciplined, you know what I'm saying, he can be a future great. You said how I felt when LeBron left Cleveland to go Miami. I thought it was all right. I didn't like how they did it back then, but I thought it was all right. I thought it was too much fanfare. From when I can remember that to this day. They did the big screen, everybody walking out between him, Boss, and Dwayne Wade, the big three. That was too much. They should have just started the damn season regular and then just came out, or just had a regular signing like normal people. U.S. based, Rain. Max push-ups. Probably 107, depending on what type. All right, we got the 11th round. Nick Ball trying to take on Goodman. Right now, they do got it split down the middle here after those 10 rounds. I told you it's going to be a close one. This might mess around and be a draw, but we'll see. We'll see how the favor of the judges go here. They are fighting over in Riyadh. Shout out to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for putting on a great fight today. But again, Goodman's been fighting really good at reach, using his reach, and moving his footwork around. But Nick's trying to hunt him down. He's throwing hands right now. Nick's trying to get him with the overhand right. Good left hook from Ball. You think Whyte, hey Winston, you think Whyte would beat all the American fighters, heavyweight fighters? I think he loses to Richard Torres and Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller's too big, too much stamina. And Torres will be a good fight. I think it would be 50-50 on that one. But we gotta see if Dillion can get through this young man today, right? We gotta see if he can get through this bout between Itauma. I think he can. I like to see an upset, but logically calling it, just looking at the speed, youth advantage, man, he's got an uphill battle to climb right now. 30 seconds left in round number 11 between Nick Ball and Goodman. Again, a good scrap. Nick's trying to get in there. He's landed the most effective shots in this fight, meaning Nick, but he's been getting countered as well. And some clean, effective body work from the likes of Goodman. Shout out to that man for not giving up and staying in this one all the way through. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below and subscribe if you got the time, man. We appreciate that love for rocking out. We just getting started this afternoon. Running a little bit behind, but as you can tell, we are on the road, moving around. And we appreciate y'all spending that time with us this Saturday. And again, hit that like. It's free. Helps us get eyes on the show. And as always, check out our other videos if you want to. We got time between the fight right now. They're still wrapping up Dillion Whyte's hands in the back, and they're going to get ready to come out probably in the next 20-ish, 30 minutes. Let us know who you got. We already dropped our 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns, which is our true predictions, right, of this fight, how we bet it, how we're going to move forward, how we see this fight going. Same thing, we also dropped the previous one. Somebody's name will be remembered, right? For this fight, I think somebody's name will be remembered from this fight, whether it's the young man, the young contender, getting his name recognized and remembered for actually being a true not just prospect anymore, but now being a true contender in the likes of Moses Itauma, or will we see the new name resurgence of the Dillion the Body Snatcher Whyte remembered because he never gave up. He's been down on his luck these last few years and not getting the biggest fights that he wanted. He did get caught in some drug cheating scandals here and forth, which I believe he was proven innocent in one of those at least. But more importantly, he took some tough losses here and there, but just really hadn't had the high performance that we would want. But now look at him, dropped 20 pounds to what, 241 for this fight. He looks good, he looks clean. And I think his name will be remembered if he can come over here and knock off this highly touted prospect and show that when you put your mind to something, when you rededicate yourself, especially back to the sport of boxing, especially with a guy like Dillion Whyte who has good talent, he's really got the attitude you want out of a fighter, not afraid to fight anybody. You can go long in the sport of boxing and you can continue to grow your face and be successful. So I'm interested in this fight. I am rooting for Dillion Whyte. I am rooting in the heart for him. I like a good comeback story. I love me a good upset every once in a while. It's a good time to shake it up. And we were talking about this earlier, and one of the somebody commented earlier saying that actually they want most Itauma to go ahead and take this loss early, so that he can learn from it and also learn it's okay to take losses. And that's something in the sport of boxing we need to get back to, right? Get in there and take a good loss, not a bad loss, a good loss, right? And I think a loss to Dillion Whyte is good. You can learn. Not saying most times should just go out here and lose. I'm just saying that if it is a tough challenge, a tough war, it's okay to lose to a man like Dillion Whyte, and it's okay for you to learn. It's a quick step up for a guy like Itauma. This guy is a veteran. This guy is tricky. He is unorthodox, right? Shout out, Jacob. I see you. And then Winston, you said, nah, man, not everybody thought Wilder was the best. Everybody thought Wilder was dangerous. Thought Wilder, that right hand was just nasty and dangerous, but it ran out to be his skill set and it couldn't meet up. As far as good, I think even a lot of people in the U.S. would tell you they thought Wilder's skill set was trash. It's just they thought that bomb squad, that power was something ridiculous, and if you get caught with it, you're out. Which it kind of was true. I mean, he knocked down, arguably, really knocked out Fury in that first fight, but that's neither here or there. He put Fury down plenty of times. Everybody that's fought him pretty much has been down outside of Joseph Parker, and he went back and finished up Severn. So, but I give you credit. Wilder's skill set is definitely not there. I mentioned what Richard Torres can do. Gerald Miller is just a big powerhouse kind of guy, but he does have good stand with good boxing IQ. But I like me some Dillion Whyte. You know what I'm saying? I like what he does. I just like his attitude. Not the best boxer in my opinion, but I like his attitude, I like his ferociousness. And it is what it is. Now, if him and Deontay Wilder, let's say he beats Itauma tonight, would you like to see Deontay Wilder and Dillion Whyte get a good scrap after this? And who would you have winning? Oh, there you go. All right, this fight over. We'll tell you who won here in a second. Y'all took us off topic right here. All right, Nick Ball and my man Sam Gooden just finished their scrap, so hopefully we get to see. It was tight. Nick might have eked it out here at the end. Again, good, close, tight fight. We'll see. Hey, Racer, yes, I definitely want to see Usyk versus Parker. I think that's the fight everybody wants to see. Iceberg, you say you want to fight? Okay. And then you said Whyte would KO Wilder in 3. I don't know about 3, but he can knock him out though, midway. I think it'd go either way on that one. But yeah, I would favor Whyte in that fight though, for sure, between him and Wilder. Just waiting on the final call here between Sam and Nick Ball. I'll be honest with y'all, I had this one a draw, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. He still ain't got it there. All right, here we go. We got the final readings about to come out. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. Subscribe if you got the time. We got the likes of Nick Ball, Sam Gooden about to be announced. We'll see what they got to say. Hopefully it's not a robbery. Yeah, people do be sleeping on Whyte Racer. I'll be honest with you on that. A lot of people, especially over in the US, we slept on Whyte for a while. And honestly, he's proven to be pretty durable. All right, here go the cards. 117, 111, 118, 110, 115, 113. They're gonna give it to Nick. Yep, they gave it to. That's a little wider than we thought, but they gave it to Nick. So Nick just won by unanimous decision, beating Sam Gooden out of Australia. Good fight though, good close fight. I don't think it was that wide. A little bit disrespectful. I think the 115, 113 card was more appropriate. But anyways, it is what it is. Now it's on to the big boys, right? Now we're waiting for Dillion Whyte. Well, we all came here to see that, right? Dillion Whyte, does he still have it? Does he still have the goods to get back in this ring and knock down this young man, this young upcoming prospect, right? And does Itauma, does he really belong here? We'll see. I think they probably got about 15 minutes before we get that fight going. But in the meantime, hit that like. It's free. Comment below and subscribe if you got the time. You said Usyk and Parker's good. Similar styles, but Usyk should obviously win. I think Usyk will be the favorite in a Parker fight, but I think it'll be one of the closer fights Usyk has had in quite a little while. It'll be a different style that he hasn't seen, and a man who can move pretty well on his feet as well and is large. I think that's going to be something that throws Usyk off a little bit, because look at the last three guys he's fought, all of them twice, right? Anthony Joshua, top heavy, doesn't really move that quick. Tyson Fury used to be able to move, but his legs went down. Him and them, that Wilder, what we're talking about, the Wilder trilogy, I think took Fury's legs from him. He can't really move like he used to. And then Daniel Dubois fights on his tippy toes, and he all his forces up front. Seeing a guy that can move around like Parker, I think he'll make an interesting scrap between him and Usyk, and it'll go pretty far. Actually, I think it'll go all the way. And Usyk will be the favorite, obviously, should be, undisputed, proven. But I think it'll be a good war. I think Joseph Parker stands a damn good chance to win that fight. You think, Rachel, you talking about between Dillion Whyte and Itauma, will there be a KO? If you're asking about that fight, yes. I think this one finishes knockout either way. Either Itauma's getting knocked out or Dillion Whyte's getting knocked out, and that should be guaranteed. This is a heavyweight fight, and these two guys right here can swing. They can punch. I think it won't be early. I think it's going to be between round 7 and 9 for the knockout between Itauma and Dillion Whyte. But hey, this is boxing. Anything could happen. But seeing these two guys, seeing how they looked at each other, did y'all see how Dillion Whyte looked at Itauma in that weigh-in? He just looked right into him, through him. I haven't seen that type of dedication and seriousness from Dillion Whyte in a long time. I think he's coming to mean business, whether he gets knocked out or he's doing the knocking out. And that's the kind of fight you want from your fighter. I think we're going to see a good scrap. I'm really excited about this one. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a KO. Long answer to a short question. Yeah, knockout. I'm hoping. Yeah, Racer. I mean, there's been a lot of hype. And I think I think both of these guys are going to prove something to the sport of boxing. And no matter who loses in this one, I think they'll still live to fight another day, even though Dillion Whyte saying if he does lose, this is probably it for him. That's what his corner and his team is saying. So they're taking this one very serious. They want this fight. They want this win, as they should, right? Everybody wants to get that win, get in that next position, because no one knows what Usyk's going to do, right? He's quote-unquote hurt right now in negotiations with Joseph Parker. He might let the straps go. He might retire. He might do another one-off. Long story short, these belts might be open up sooner than later. And if you want to be heavyweight champion, this is the time to take these fights serious and fight who you need to fight. Race, you said Whyte is fighting for his legacy. Seriously doubt he wants to end his career losing to the new guy. Exactly. I think he believes Atomo does not belong in the ring with him. I think he believes Atomo is good and a threat, but I think he believes he should not be in there, and I think he wants to show the world of boxing while they're writing off Dillion Whyte, they shouldn't be because he is levels and he's a veteran. Exactly. Yep. Atomo don't have much to lose. He can always come back and fight. Whyte, his career's towards the end. Was he 36, 37 now? And took in some, he took in 3 losses, but 3 losses to top competition, right? Now he's getting knocked out in all of them. But that was against the top of the top. And to be honest, that Povetkin win, which maybe should have been relooked at because Povetkin is a known drug cheat, really caught Dillion Whyte in a bad situation. It's caught him being too lackadaisical when he was truly controlling that fight. And then obviously the other 2 guys clearly beat him between Fury and Anthony A.J. Joshua. But he can come back. I think all these fighters can come back. As long as they're healthy, their mind is straight, and they're good, I think you can come back as many times you want to. Look at Gabe Rosado. Lost, 15 damn times, and still managed to get big fights until he was done. A loss shouldn't, as long as you're putting on good entertainment value for the fight fans, right? This is boxing, it's entertainment. As long as you're an entertaining fighter who shows up to work and comes in and leaves it all in the ring, I think you should always get a check. And that's the type of fighters they need to be paying. That's the type of fighters we need to be promoting, not just the big names. I want the guys who are putting it on the line, who come in and show out, because we're rewarding some of these guys, and they're getting the wins, but they're boring to watch, right? We don't need that in the sport, especially for heavyweight. So this is why I'm really interested in this one. I want to see this. And I think both of these guys are going to put on a show. I think both of these guys are serious. You said, once you said legacy, I get that, but you said he's forgetting Whyte as a warrior. Yeah, Whyte is a warrior. He's a warrior. That's why I'm telling you, this is going to be as far as the betting odds go, this might be a huge upset. They got Whyte a plus 700 right now. Plus 700. Ask me who I bet on. I bet on Whyte to win. Plus 700 is kind of disrespectful for a veteran going up against a prospect. Don't get me wrong. He's good. I like me some Itauma, but plus 700 on Dillion Whyte is kind of disrespectful. And especially seeing how good in shape he looks, how ready he looks, he's a live dog in this one. And I expect him to use that unorthodox style and really take this thing. Hey, Praveen, we're on the other side of the pond. Rachel, you said many thought Dubois would put up a fight. Let's hope Whyte shows up for work tonight. Yeah. And, man, yeah, Dubois. He showed up, but when the going got tough, he checked out. And I think he realized he was in the wrong fight. To be honest with you, Usyk, it showed in the first fight, but it was clarified in that second fight. Usyk was just a bad style matchup for Dubois. That is not the kind of guy he needs to fight. Usyk was shifting his power, fighting smart, using what I told y'all earlier. Dubois fights on his tippy toes. He does. He fights all his body weight is forward. He punches forward. It helps him get power, but when you do that, you leave yourself to get countered, get caught, and that's exactly what Usyk did. He's a smart fighter, man, and just picked him apart. Man. Dubois can come back, though. I think he can come back just the same way he did earlier. Three back-to-back KO wins against top opposition. AJ, Philip Hrgovic, beat Gerald Miller. I mean, that was a hell of a run. So don't get me wrong, just because you lost to a bad style, a guy who's got your number, a guy who's obviously about to go in as one of the greatest, don't give up. Get back in there, you know what I'm saying? And again, can't say it enough. Dillion Whyte is on his comeback. A lot of people writing him off, but I think that's the wrong move right now. I think it's going to be a good fight. Yes, Itauma should be the favorite. He's got that youth, age, and speed. He's got the momentum behind him. But a plus 700, if you want some good, at least a good little bit of money, that's something to look at against the likes with Dillion Whyte. That's too far. Yeah, let's talk about it. So AJ, right? And I was listening this morning. I don't know which other podcast you guys listen to, but who I was listening. I was listening to Adelaide, and then I was listening to oh man, True Voice. I believe that's the other name. Anyways, they're talking. They did the interview with Eddie Hearn, and they recovered this interview. They're thinking that that fight is about 80% ready, meaning Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua 80% ready. That's what Eddie Hearn's talking about. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if AJ's just checked out. I don't really know if Jake Paul is serious. This fight can't be allowed. One that's just signing somebody up for to be on. I mean, to be seriously hurt in the ring. Did y'all see what he did to the likes of Francis Ngannou? Say what you want to about Anthony Joshua, but he's got a nice overhand right, and he'll put you out. And the fact that they're going to allow this fight to potentially go down, they're talking 80% signed, sealed, and delivered to happen, or actually in the U.S. is the new rumors now. There's something else going on in the background. Something else is going on behind the scenes. The business of boxing is getting a little shaky. The fix might be in. Who knows what's going on anymore? You can tell when the money start making grown-ass men, especially big men, do weird things with their career. Look at Sean Diddy Combs. Anyways, hit that like, it's free. It helps get eyes on the show. Hit that like, it's free. Helps us get eyes on the show, man. We appreciate that love rocking out. We're about, it looks like 10 minutes or so from the fight getting going. They got the advertisements for Itauma and Whyte playing right now. Hey, RLC, much love. Appreciate the support. It's going to be a great day. Great day of boxing, man. Hit that like, it's free. Comment below, subscribe. Check out our other videos. We did our 3-minute fight drill, our 3-minute fight breakdowns. We already told you who we think going to win this fight. Let's see how the fight really goes. We did leave the odds of Dillion can win this fight. He is a live dog. I got it about 55-45 favorite. Itauma, youth, age, speed. Speed is a king. Speed is a huge factor no matter where you're at in your career. Dillion Whyte's never really been that quick or that fast, but he does have good pop. He is unorthodox, throws his shots from different angles that really gives him a good advantage. I'm ready to see where this goes. This fight right here means a lot to both men. Somebody's name will be remembered from this fight, whether it's the young man finally stepping up into contender status, or it's that old dog, that old veteran regaining his name, regaining his strength. I agree. I think it needs to be early for Whyte. I think he needs to catch him off guard, because late in this fight, that youth, right? That youth, man. These guys are young. How old is Itauma? I think he's 20. What is he? 21, 22? He's young. Dillion's in the late 30s, and anybody over the age of 30 can tell you things stop working after a certain point. Things don't work the same way that you used to. You keep going and going. So he's 20, Racer? Okay, he's 20. Come on, that young boy's 20. He can probably run 20 miles and go get in that ring right after. Anybody that's 20, that you take advantage of them 20s. He needs to get it over with quick. I think that's why he dropped the weight to 240. I think he wants to increase his speed a little bit to be able to get in on the inside and do some damage to Itauma and hopefully get him out quick to lay in them unorthodox shots. He wants this done probably by round 5 or less, meaning Dillion Whyte. I think he wants to go for at least a knockout, bare minimum a knockdown, so he can maybe survive off of points towards the end of the fight. It's going to be good, though. It's going to be good. It's going to be a tactical war. It's going to be strategy. But this is what makes boxing great, especially for heavyweights, because one shot can change the entire fight. One wrong move can change the entire fight. If you look into your corner too quick the opposite way, you can get caught. Heavyweight boxing is one of the toughest sports to one, undisputed. Shout out to Usyk. Mainly because you don't have to be as skilled to win. The power is the key in the heavyweight division, right? Guys can clip you in the heavyweight division and take you out in no time. Look at Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, one of the least skilled heavyweights to ever grace the sport of boxing, but was one of the most successful in the last few years with 10 title defenses and so forth, mainly because he was able to clip opponents, right? And that's not just him, that's a lot of heavyweights. The power is real in the heavyweight division. If you sleep the wrong way, you move the wrong way, you breathe the wrong way, you're getting knocked out. And I think that speaks to how Usyk is, how great he is, because he was able to walk through that masterfully and show that you can box and have power. And I really like where the new heavyweights are going. Shout out to Itauma, the guys who can actually box with good skill set, can change their levels, jab to the body, go up, implement some strategy rather than just slugging and gaining 50 pounds, getting up to 280 plus pounds to try to outslug someone, right? We're getting back to the tactics. We're getting back to the old school way of the 90s, 80s. God forbid we get back to the good 60s and 70s worth of boxing where men walked in shape and actually had muscles. Hopefully tonight we're going to see these two gentlemen, right? Dillion Whyte, Itauma. Both of them in great shape, and that's what I'm talking about. Like they took this serious, in great shape. Both look good. Hopefully we see a good throwback style of heavyweight fighting. Shout out to the UK for putting this on. You guys got some of the best fighters in the world, and definitely some of the best fans and community, helping grow the sport of boxing. I like where we're going. I just like where we're going. And yeah, Ray, she said it'll be sad to see an early KO by Itauma, and it'd be tough for Whyte to bounce back. That is true. If it's too early, something like round 1, round 2, I still want him to come back, meaning Dillion Whyte, but I get from a mental standpoint, it's tough to come back from a first, second round KO. It's like you spent all that time in training camp. You were supposed to have been in a fight back in April. Let's start there. He was supposed to take on Joe Joyce back then, got hurt. Recovered, got in shape, tried to get a few fights lined up, ended with Itauma, worked out, dropped 20 to 25 pounds, got in some of the best shape in your life, best shape of your career, to only get sparked in the first or second round would definitely be tragic. That would be sad. But what we were just covering, that is the heavyweight boxing. It can end in 30 seconds or it can go all 10. It just depends on what type of fight we see tonight, what type of heart these two men have. I think based on the weigh-in, based on their camps, how they've been working, based on how they've been looking and that stare down, neither man's going to fold, neither man's going to back down, but one of them will be knocked out for sure. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below, man. Appreciate you rocking out with us. It's Sunday Podcast. Your boy, Kaz Rorel. Again, yeah, we're moving on the road. We don't have our normal setup, so we're doing this. We appreciate the love. Definitely that like is free. Go check out our other videos. We already did our predictions. So if you want to see our full breakdown of how we call this fight for Dillion Whyte, Itauma, you want to use that to do whatever you want to do. We got that with the full breakdown, full predictions. We called it between rounds 7 through 9, the knockout, either way. And then more importantly, whose name will be remembered. That's the video we did last night. I think we dropped that about midnight. How these two men can get their name remembered in the sport of boxing for putting on a great show tonight, for putting on a great fight. As we're sitting here waiting, it's live for the zone. Shout out to Riyadh season. These two men, to get their names remembered, is obviously you need to win, right? And then you need to win in fashion. But more importantly, to get your name remembered in the sport of boxing, win, lose, or draw, you got to put on a show. And I think what we're going to see from these two men, how they looked, how they keyed in, we are going to get that show tonight. We're going to get that show, and shout out to Sport of Boxing for getting this thing right. So as we're still waiting, obviously, they got Andy Lee on the screen now. Shout out. Hey, Andy Lee's probably he should get Trainer of the Year award, by the way. He's been putting in some good work. But let's talk about after this. We got August 16, 2025 happening right now. We got some next good fights that just been announced within the last, 48, 72 hours. Virgil Ortiz, if you haven't heard, signing up to take on Erickson Lubin. And Sebastian Fundora and Keith One-Time Thurman closing in on the deal for October 2025. Both of these fights happen October 2025. Two fights that came out of left field, right? But two fights that somehow I magically want now. I don't know why, but I want them both now. I think Sebastian Fundora and Keith One-Time Thurman is a test just like this one. Young champion. Well, Itauma's not a champion yet, but a young, good fighter. But more importantly, Sebastian Fundora is a young fighter who's coming into his own. Who I'm picking to win for which one, Racer? You talking about for Dillion and Itauma? Oh, those October fights? Got you. For those, like I was getting into right there, like Fundora, the attributes, man, he's getting there. Honestly, if you want me to get straight to it, I got Keith One-Time Thurman beating Fundora by decision. Probably a split decision or a very close unanimous decision victory. He sleeps, breathes, eats boxing. It's different when you have somebody that was born into that and is bred a true boxer. You can see it in Keith One-Time Thurman, even when he takes off, even when he's inactive. That brother's legs, he moves around great. He swims without getting wet. His punches are still crisp and clean, even at the ripe age of 38. He's got enough good pop, enough good movement and speed to get around the reach advantage of Fundora, and more importantly, the movement is going to be hard for Fundora to pick up on. So yeah, I got Keith One-Time Thurman beating Fundora again by split decision, unanimous decision, come October 2025. Now, Virgil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin. I got Virgil Ortiz beating Lubin by knockout, but in a knockout that Virgil might hit the canvas as well. It's going to be a damn good fight. That might be a fight of the year contender, to be honest with you. Him and Lubin both can pop. Lubin's a true 154 pounder, but he's defensively irresponsible, so he's going to get hit. I think Virgil will knock him out. Both will go tit for tat, and I think we're going to see a great show. But Virgil clear victory October 2025 and a good scrap. Risky scrap. Definitely while he's waiting for that boots in his fight that we're finally going to get. I believe now it's February, March 2026. Boots Ennis is coming up to get him a little warm up, and you throwing him in it with Lubin. Crazy in my eyes, but I love it because I like a little craziness. I like a little fire. I like somebody challenging himself. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz. To me, he's one of my favorite up-and-coming young fighters. He would definitely be a great champion in 154-pound division. He leaves no stone unturned. He's a true fighter. With that said, the time is now, I guess. So they've got, let's see what they got coming out. I guess it's going to be Itauma first. That looks like his, oh no, not yet. They're doing the national anthems. Okay. Well, it looks like Itauma might be coming out first. So they got Michael Buffer in the ring. It's almost that time. Let's get straight into it. It's your boy Cash Road Sunday Podcast. So how we usually do this, once the fighters get in the ring, I'll start calling it. I'll let you know how it's going and everything. Definitely, I'll give you our score as we go. Obviously, again, like I told you about, we're on the road, so I don't have my normal setup. I usually have the score cards up and everything, how I'm scoring blow by blow, live by live. But right now, we'll rock out how we got it. We'll call it, and then hopefully we'll call it while it lasts, because like I already told you, I got this to be a knockout. You said if I could pick a headliner between anyone, what fight would you love to see happen, excluding Usyk Parker? A headliner fight. Headliner fight for this year or early next year. No Usyk Parker, because that's definitely the main one I would like to see. Headliner, huh? I would like to see David Benavidez and Canelo actually get it on. It's assuming Canelo can get through Terrence Bud Crawford. Outside of that, I would like to see Ja Opataya and Zurdo Ramirez. It's probably my actual leading favorite. Because I know the David Benavidez Canelo fight would never happen. So yeah, I like to see Ja and Gilberto Ramirez get it on. I think that's a good fight. I like Ja Opataya, hell of a fighter. All right, here he comes. Most Itauma making his way to the ring as he's got it claiming out now. He is the future. The future is coming. Shout out to him. Shout out to that warrior. Let's get a few things brought up. Appreciate y'all rocking out with us this afternoon. Again, Most Itauma now making his way to the ring. We'll be calling it blow by blow as this fight continues to grow. But as we wait, hit that like. It's free. Comment below. Subscribe if you got the time. Check out our other videos, other breakdowns. And more importantly, actually, since we're just talking about Canelo, in your free time, go check out the Keys to Victory for Canelo that we dropped earlier this week. It's about 5,500 views, but over 200 plus comments, and we're going back and forth with that thing. I love the back and forth. I love the engagement. So check that out. Let me know what you think about the Keys to Victory for Canelo, and I'll give it to you. It's talking about breaking the jab of Terrence Bud Crawford if he thinks he's going to win this fight. I think that is a key to victory. I think that's an important point that he does have to do. So hopefully maybe he listens. I know I'm small, but anyways, I know he knows he's got a smart box with the IQ. Hey, Ray, hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the love. Definitely appreciate you rocking out. We're a small channel, but we're going quick and fast, man. We're learning as we go. We've been rocking out this year. So as you see, we do it wherever I'm at, wherever I can get to. As long as I can, I try to get into it and call most of the fights. And we've definitely got plenty of videos out there for you guys. So new channel, so it's called the Sound 8 Podcast, Sound 8 Boxing Podcast to be specific. And we're rocking out. And we go to the fights too when we get a chance to go live. We actually went to the Abdullah Mason fight down in Norfolk, went out there for that, did some behind the scenes stuff like that. So we're trying to get better, a few things like that. That's a little bit more coordinated. I have a lot of things set up to get back there or sneak back there. But all in all, our main bread and butter, videos, predictions, not just predictions, we do full breakdowns of just where the sport of boxing is, where we're going, conspiracy theories, you name it. We talk about all those, and then we love to do these live fight chats. So we appreciate you rocking out with us. Definitely appreciate that love and support. Anybody that's been tuning in and helping us grow. We're growing fast, way faster than what I thought. And hey, I really appreciate it. Respect that, Rachel. Yeah, the hustle. I like this. It's a hobby for me. I like boxing. And I was like, well, shit, I can get on here and talk boxing too. And I watch plenty of other podcasts out there. I definitely watch. I mean, I'm sure everybody watches Showbiz Adult. He's on live now. Probably got about 3,000 plus folks. He actually helped inspire me to do this too, because he started out as a hobby and did his thing. And man, if you do what you just like to do, I'm not in here for a lot. I'm just in here to talk, get a small audience, and we talk, we rock out, build a little community, and we can talk about boxing the way we want to talk about it. So definitely appreciate it. All right, Itauma looks good. He looks focused. He's in the ring, stretching out. So that's good. You got to stretch out. I mean, he's 20, so he ain't got to do as much stretching as the older guys. But Dillion better been doing hella stretching in the back. But we'll see. Anyways, hit that like. It's free. Comment below. Subscribe. Man, we appreciate that love. It's your boy Cash Rope, Sunday Podcast. We got the likes of Moses Itauma and Dillion the Body Snatcher right about to get it on here shortly. Itauma has made his way to the ring. So if you're just tuning in, Itauma has made his way to the ring. And Dillion Whyte is about to come out here shortly. It looks like about within the next 45 seconds. Once both fighters make their way to the rings and get introduced by Michael Buffer for their official calls and official kickoff for the fight, and he's already gonna say, let's get ready to rumble. We'll start calling the ring. We'll start calling the rounds, and let you know how the fight's going. Shout out to the zone. Let's see how this goes, man. I'm excited. So salute to everybody out there rocking. Beautiful Saturday. Itauma looks ready though. He looks focused. Look, he looks really focused. Would I think Mike Tyson hype was similar to what? I think Mike Tyson's hype was a little bigger, mainly due to that time, right? The 90s was wild. Uh, Superstar like boxing was at its highest, so and then the way Tyson came in with that ferociousness, he had that look, that brashness from New York. His buzz was a little bit higher. He had been talked about since he was 14, so he already had that buzz and that hype before he even made it to pro. And then obviously when he won by the age of 20, that made him even bigger star. Got that championship belt. I mean, he got hyped up real quick. But I think Itauma's, if you took Itauma and put him back in the 90s, I think his buzz would be pretty big as well. Still probably not as big as Tyson's, just because of Tyson's fighting style, and more importantly, y'all got to remember, Tyson outside of the ring was a show itself. So it was not just what he was doing in the ring, it was also what he was doing outside the ring, the antics, the way he talked, the ferociousness, you name it. Mike Tyson was one of the craziest guys to ever get in the sport of boxing, let's just say that. But one of the realest fighters to ever get in. What I mean by that is he left his emotions on his sleeve. You pretty much knew how he felt. And he told you exactly what he felt. He didn't sugarcoat nothing. And even some of the stuff he said crazy. But you knew that was Mike Tyson. I felt like he was, while Mike grew, and I know it's not the Mike Tyson show, why he grew so fast, as well as because people, after a while, you knew who Mike Tyson was. Like, for the most part, 80% of it he left out there for people to see. He was open. But anyways, we got Dillion, the body snatcher Whyte, making his way to the ring. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Final predictions. Who y'all got? How you got it? Do you got Moses Itauma or do you got Dillion Whyte, and how? Usyk and Lennox Lewis. Who? Prime Lennox. Prime Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was a problem. He was disciplined, stayed with that strong jab. Usyk footwork is amazing. That's a good fight. Lennox Lewis or Usyk? God dang, that's a good question. Prime Lennox too. I'll give it to Usyk. Close split decision victory. Close split. That's tough. Whew. If they fought 3 times, he'll probably get a split and a draw, because that's how good both of those fighters are. Oh, that'd be a damn good fight. And you know what's crazy? I don't think I've actually had anybody ask that question between, not at least with Usyk and Lennox Lewis. You hear plenty of others with Usyk and some older fighters, but him and Lennox would be a hell of a good fight. All right, Dillion Whyte's in the ring. Dillion Whyte is in the ring. He looks focused. I hope he's not too focused, though. You know what I mean by that? Like, I hope he's not putting too much pressure on him. I'm looking at his face. He looks, I mean, I want to be king in, but don't be too tight. Like, loosen up a little bit. It's going to be a good fight. Hit that like button. It's free. Comment below. Subscribe if you got the time. It's your boy Cash Real Son 8 Podcast. We appreciate you rocking out with us tonight. So we're getting close to start calling this thing live. Tonight, Vail Messenger, I've got Itauma winning by youth, age, and speed. That's my first call. But I've got it split 55-45. But what I'll tell you tonight, what I am calling, it's a knockout. It should be a knockout. Better be a knockout. Should be a knockout between these two type of fighters. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a great show for both men, and I can't wait. Let's see if we can get in here. This back up. Who do y'all got? Who you got winning tonight? Who you got winning, Messenger? I can rock with that, Racer. It's a good split. Those two are some of the best to do it. Yeah, it's got to be early. Whyte needs to come out strong, fast, and more than anything, Whyte needs to control the center of the ring. Let this young man know that he's the veteran fighter. He's going to control how this fight goes. If he lets Itauma determine the entire pace of this fight, he's in trouble from the get-go. He's got to control the pace. He's got to control the rhythm. He's got to let this young man understand him and feel him. This is his night. He's the veteran. He's going to let him know how this fight goes. Both men look focused, though. They look focused. We'll start calling it here shortly. Michael Buffer's doing his thing. Hair slicked back. Got the rollie on, too. That's nice. He got on. Okay. Yep, you're right. Within the first minute, you know who's going to start controlling this thing. If he lets this get out of hand, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a long night for Dillion if he lets this first round just kind of slip. They're all the way up. All right, here we go. 31 victories, 21 KOs. The likes of Dillion Whyte, only 3 defeats. But again, 3 defeats against the top competition. So, yeah, Messenger, this is boxing right now, bro. It's boxing right now. And I know you watching 319. Hey, and shout out to the UFC, by the way, for getting being boxing to the punch and getting no pay-per-views. Shout out to them for getting it right. But hopefully boxing, we're getting there too. Turkey wants to do the same thing. So, but shout out to the UFC for getting it right. No more pay-per-views. They're killing us, killing the pockets. Man, I want my fighters to get paid well, but there's other ways for them to get paid well. There's merchandising. There's advertisement. That's the key, right? Advertisement. When's the last time you paid to watch an NBA game that you just had to, right? They show that stuff for free. So now, let's get smart and get these boxers still paid, but let's do it smart with advertisement dollars, merchandising, selling out the arena, selling out the stadiums. Let's go. All right, both men are facing off. Itauma hasn't looked Dillion Whyte in his eyes yet. All right, see how it goes. Round number 1. This is it. Who y'all got? Who you got? Drop your last little picks in the chat. We already told you we got Itauma, the favorite, winning. But we got it 55-45 in the favor of Itauma, 45 in the favor of Dillion Whyte. What does that mean? It should be a damn good fight. Somebody's getting knocked out. 2 minutes, 55 seconds, round number 1. Let's go. Both men in center ring, and Dillion Whyte did exactly what I want him to do. He's controlling the center, double jab. Good. Too many. Oh, overhand right for Itauma, straight to the body from Itauma. And you know what? I don't know why I forgot that he's a southpaw. I don't even know how I forgot this. Anyways, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Here we go. Both men are in. Yeah, I got the small mustache, Rich. Double jab from Dillion. Straight to the body. Good work. Keep that. I can tell you right now, Whyte's defense is going to be detrimental in this fight. He's keeping that lead hand down too much. I mean, he's trying to use, the power hand to block in the back and keep his jab low, but see, he's going to overhook him. Good body work from Itauma. Good jab, Dillion. Control the center, though. He's at least controlling the pace right now, y'all. He's controlling it. Double jab to the body. He's trying to invest in the body. He's trying to get back to that body snatcher. Good body work from Itauma. Both men are going overhand right from Itauma. Another overhand. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. He's hurt. He's hurt. Body shot. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, this ain't going to look good. This ain't. Oh, my God. It ain't looking good. 1 minute, 15 seconds. He's got Dillion Whyte against the ropes. He's open. He's down. He's down. Oh, my God. He's hurt. He's hurt. Defense, they called it off. He's out. TKO first goddamn round. God. Wow. 2 minute fight. Oh my goodness. This boy's the goods. Oh my goodness. Dillion, I told you what I say earlier. Dillion was keeping that damn lead hand too low. He's keeping his jab hand too low. You're not that quick anymore, son. You gotta keep this shit here. Defense already out of line from the get-go. I didn't think he was on. Goodness gracious. The speed was there, though. Speed is king. Speed kills. It was quick. Tomo had that speed. He was getting him over here. Oh, my goodness. 2 minute fight, y'all. That's it. If you just got in here and tuned in for the Dillion Whyte Itauma fight, it's over. Goodness gracious. That body work started it. Dillion he didn't keep his hands up. They should have let this be free. And then Dillion couldn't get up no more. Yeah, it's over, Racer. Yeah, that was a disappointment. Goodness gracious. I thought he was going to win later. Wow. Goodness gracious. Body work. That body work was vicious, too. Dillion should have just took the knee. Just took the knee instead of taking all that extra punishment, man. And then, God, it's too late now. Yeah, the ball, it's not good for the ball head gang right now. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, where do you think Dillion Whyte goes from here? Honestly, where can he go from here? He was hurt, man. He's trying to wave it like it ain't. Brother, you about to go out there and get. I mean, he could have let him continue maybe, but he probably could have let him continue, but yeah, retirement or fight Jake. Nah, Jake Paul, that's Anthony Joshua's plan. That's his retirement plan. He's fighting Jake Paul first. He called dibs. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. And where's my man at that was saying, oh, my gosh. I ain't even going to bring that up. Well, folks, we didn't even have time to do a scorecard. If you're just tuning in, that's it. Knockout. Vicious, first round. Now, Dillion, I mean, he's clearly cognizant right now. He didn't do himself no favors being so wobbly. He probably should have took his time getting up the second time there. And he looked worse than probably what he is, but it was destined. He was going to lose this fight by knockout, as it was called. But I don't think many people saw it happening this early. First round, come on, man. Tomo didn't even break a sweat. He didn't break a sweat. Demolished the veteran, man. I mean, salute to him, though. Salute to this young warrior. Salute to this young champion. He's doing his thing. The zone's nasty. They are disgusting. They're already showing the Benavidez yard preview. Like, you can't even wait for this man to get... you can't even wait for Dillion to get done. They're already putting up the next fight. Nasty work. But, wow, guys. I'm disappointed, really. And all that work that Dillion did, all the good in shape. I mean, he was in shape. Maybe he left it too much in the weight room and in training. didn't have his legs or whatever underneath of him. But if you're just tuning in, it's over. Knockout. Dillion the body snatcher Whyte is done. That's probably, like you said, Racer and Kyle Rich. That's probably it for his career. Anything else is going to be low-level fights, journeyman. Nothing that's going to pay as good as it did today. I think he got $2.5 million for this fight. So, this is it, brother. This is worse than the AJ knockout. At least AJ made it to the 6th round. I think at this point, the rumor is everybody knows Usyk is mandated to fight Parker, and that's being negotiated and getting extensions because Usyk's hurt. I strongly believe Usyk's not going to fight Parker for whatever reason. Yep, the Afro won. Rumor has it, Parker and Itauma might end up being a scrap. That's the rumor. Parker and Itauma to go for the WBO vacant strap once Usyk drops that. And then, yes, winner would fight, probably get a chance. Now, I doubt it. I think Usyk's done. I think Usyk retires after one more fight. And I think his next fight's going to be a one-off, just a money fight that he just wants to do or whatever the sport of business pushes him to. And he's done a lot. So, for whatever reason, they want that Tyson Fury fight, even though Tyson said he's not coming back. But they keep wanting to push it. Mike Tyson and Dillion Whyte. Now, don't... After seeing Tyson and Jake Paul and 58-year-old, it was real. Yeah, Dillion would beat the hell out of Tyson, even with this piss poor performance. I could see that between if he wants to wait while he's hurt, meaning Usyk. I mean, I still think it's disrespectful for Parker because Parker has waited his time, been a gentleman. He's been messed over when Dubois wasted everybody's time, getting sick, and jumped out of that February 22nd fight and magically gets a fight signed with Usyk that he wanted and got beat down. Parker's been a gentleman the entire time. I think he needs a shot. But I don't mind it as long as he gets a championship fight. As long as if it's the WBO, which, if I'm not mistaken, he had the WBO before, if I'm not mistaken, me and Joseph Parker. So it'll be right in line for him. Him and Itauma, that'll be a damn good fight. I favor Parker, but that'll be a good fight. Itauma and Filip Hrgović could possibly be a scrap. Filip Hrgović fought tonight. He looked okay. He got hurt a few times by Adelaide, but that's probably it. There's not many fights left for Itauma, only because he's jumped up to this level now. You've taken on a name, so and he's got the like you said, he's the new hot commodity racer. He's it. Coward, you full of jokes today. Not Roy. Yeah, I think it'll be either Itauma, Parker, Itauma, and Filip Hrgović. If you ask me which one I think they're going to probably push, it'll probably be the Filip Hrgović fight because they're pretty good about when they have two guys on the same undercard. There's a reason for that. Filip Hrgović is always going to be on this card with Itauma, so I think they're trying to build that strategically and then look at who's the promoter for said Filip Hrgović. So that'd be a good battle between Frank Warren and, again, Eddie Hearn. Whyte versus Fury. Shit. If they make that fight, they better have it in your local cafe. Because that's how that fight don't need to happen. Low rate. Now, Big Baby Miller fight who? Itauma? Big Baby Miller and Itauma. That would be a damn good fight. Itauma He'll get dragged in the waters for that. He ain't knocking Big Baby out, or not early. Big Baby's got a chin on him, man. It's a big boy. I like that fight. I favor Atomo to win. Again, by the speed and Miller kind of just plods forward, but he's got good stamina, but throws a lot of hands. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. Apparently, though, Big Baby Miller and Michael Hitman Hunter getting it on. But I tell you what, Atomo just got done. What's that fight? 3 weeks or so? They might as well go put him on the undercard of Canelo. He didn't break a sweat. Oh, they are talking about Parker. Hold on. Okay. Oh, Parker's there. All right, he's saying he's got 10, 15 years left. He said he's ready to fight everybody. He's got plenty of time. Belt to ass. Okay. He said he will be a champion in 2026 if they give him the chance to fight for it. Called out Parker while he was at it. All right, we might have called it right, y'all. We might have called this right. He might be fighting Parker next. Wow. I saw it going. I'm over here talking, running my mouth. We might get that next, y'all. We might get Parker and Parker and Itauma might be next. Okay. I like that. I like it. I like it for both fighters. Chisora passed on fight. Yeah, that was smart. Chisora doesn't need to fight anymore. Period. He needs to be done. He takes too many blows. I'm really, you want your fighters to be healthy at the end of the day. I don't want them to be, I don't want too much brain injuries. And Chisora has been in some wars. I mean, nicknamed War Chisora, but he really has been in some wars, and he gets hit too much. And if a man like him, the way he fights, knew to pass up on the Itauma, that says something. He was smart. He was smart enough to stay out of that way. Salute to that man. But yeah, Itauma, man, goodness. He's the goods. He's the goods. We did say that somebody's name be remembered, and it looks like it's going to be Moses Itauma. He's here. He's a true contender now. I don't know how much to take from this victory over Dillion Whyte at this thing, but you said if money ain't a problem, what brand should a fighter get as a gear? I like Everlast for some weird reason. I don't even know why. I like Everlast though. Maybe because that's what I use Everlast a lot. I like Everlast. I like, I don't know if y'all heard of Bryant's gloves. Bryant's boxing gloves are good. Straight out of San Antonio, Texas. Got some good gear. You said, what I think about the children in Palestine? All of it sad. Any crime against children, I don't like. And just children, period. Children are the only innocent people on this earth, for the most part, right? Kids around the world, period. No matter where they're from. Kids, period. Don't do nothing to kids. But understood, some things are just, casualties either way. But that's not for this podcast. This is straight boxing. No, I appreciate the comment ringside for sure. Matter of fact, ringside, I think I subscribed to you too. if I'm not mistaken. Cause you got a podcast up, right, Ringside? I think I just subscribed to you like a couple days ago. If it's who I think it is, you got some good content, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, you said it, Racer. Like in 1 minute, we could tell how that fight. And at first, it looked okay because he did what we wanted him to do. Right? He controlled the center of the ring, and then the next thing you know, he's dropping that lead hand too low, trying to be too fancy, getting looped, and he was out of there. Then he had enough time to figure out how to get this thing right. It didn't even last a minute. Um, I'm really hurt for Dillion Whyte. Um, because I know he put in a lot of work. You could tell for a man to lose that kind of weight, he put in some work to get to where he was at for this fight. And it, man, everybody's full. He looked good. He did what I want him to do. Took the ring, center, jabbing. Heavyweight boxing, baby, one mistake. And he made too many of them in the first 30 seconds with that lead hand, not protecting his chin, not protecting that face, and got stopped. Salute to boxing though. Salute out to heavyweight boxing. I mean, hey, don't waste our time and get this fight done and over with. Saturday's still going. If that's how it was going to go for the rest of the fight, I mean, that's one thing people appreciate about heavyweight boxing is we come to see a fight, but I don't want to stay the entire time, especially if it's not going to be worth it. And shout out to Itauma. He cleaned it up for us and got this thing done. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of back and forth of what could have happened, what went wrong for Dillion Whyte. Should he hang up the gloves? He was quickly. You could tell that the speed advantage was. I knew there was going to be a speed advantage for Itauma, but I didn't know it was going to be that crazy. But quick work. This young man he's serious. I still want to see Itauma take a good, solid hit himself, though. Suffer some adversity to see what he's made of when it's coming back his way. No one's yet put up a good scrap. And look at Dillion, man. Dillion's stumbling all back and then want to complain that they called the fight. Brother, you're a veteran. You knew better. Wait the 8. Get your legs together. He's stumbling back. Oh, my goodness. We might have underestimated Itauma, in all seriousness. We might have underestimated Itauma. Because I knew he was good. I didn't know he was that sharp, that quick to take on a veteran like that. But then again, maybe I overestimated where Dillion Whyte was in his career because he lost that weight and got in shape. In fact, I'm going to lean on the latter. I think I overestimated what Dillion Whyte can do. Because that right there just was not the performance we needed today. Not the performance. Oh, well. Anyways. You said Itauma smokes Whyte. Yeah, they did say it. They did say it. I thought I always had him the favorite, but I thought it was going to be a better fight. I thought that Itauma hadn't seen a good veteran pedigree fighter yet. Somebody was going to dish it out as much as he gives it. And wrong. Very wrong. So, yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully Dillion's okay, though. Gets himself back together. And I'd like to see Dillion at least go out on a win. Get him one more entry fight, prove himself, and ride off to the sunset. You don't really want to think about it like this. I know we say he should go ahead and retire, but do you really want to retire off of that? Oh, I can't tell you against who. Because at this point, Daniel Dubois will beat him. Hergovich beats him. Maybe they get that Joe Joyce scrap again. I mean, he's on a low. Andy Ruiz, maybe, if he wants to come out of retirement or whatever the hell he's got going on. It's tough. Maybe the Wilder fight. Maybe we can finally get Dillion Whyte and Deontay Wilder. We can get them in a nice backroom bar, get a couple tables set up, get a nice ring going, make it a low-rate pay-per-view. I'll watch it. I'm not lying. I'm not. It sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. It could be at a low-rate ringside event. I'm talking about small venue, 1,000, 2,000 folks. You could probably do a little way more than that. You could probably do about a good 10,000 for that fight. 10,000 people live and low-rate pay-per-view, something like $20. Nice little undercard for some new prospects. This might be the time because Deontay's trying to build his name back up. And it'll be a sloppy fight of the century because both of these guys' legs are apparently just gone. And it'll be a good slugfest. And we can finally settle who would have won between that. So maybe that's the best up his speed right now. Because anybody else that's top 10 right now cleans them out. Again, maybe Deontay Wilder or Joe Joyce. That's all I can see for Dillion Whyte. Or Chisora. Let's go ahead and have that again. Since we're glutton for punishment, let's go ahead and have Chisora again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ray, so we go ahead and throw that back out there. Jeez. Yeah, I think Wilder would knock him out. Man. It wouldn't be this quick, though. Wilder and him wouldn't be this quick, at least. And he'll probably look a little bit better, stand a chance. He'll jab to the body, outwork him for a little while, make it to round 4. Man, this is terrible. Yeah, he can't go out like this, y'all. We got to find, all right, our job, we got to find Dillion Whyte a fight. We got to find him a good fight to go out on. Because to go out like this at a first round knockout stoppage, less than a minute and a half into the fight, to go out like this and get slid across the ring by a 20-year-old. Can you imagine this man's 20 years old? Walked out there and whooped your ass. 20 years old. Now he's going to have all the other 20-year-olds walking, looking at everybody over the age of 30, get ready to get their ass whipped. We got to get this brother fight. That's my next. I'm going to do a video. That's it. I'm going to mark it down. What's next for Dillion Whyte? What's the next fight we can get him? Yeah, Albert. It's rough out here. It's rough, Albert. I'm hurt because I was really hoping he could come back, man. At least put up a good fight. But Jesus. Goodness gracious, man. Oh, well, that's it. We going to do a video for that. We going to find Dillion Whyte the perfect fight to end his career off on. I'll let y'all know for sure when we post that. And I think I'm really riding with the Deontay Wilder right now. I think him and Wilder are going to get this going. It's between Wilder, Joyce. I would have said Terry Moana, but Terry Moana would probably walk through him. Even with him just up and coming. Richard Torres, he'll probably beat him. Damn, man. Dillion. We're going to find you a fight, brother. We're going to find Dillion Whyte a fight. That's our job. We're going to find him a fight. We're going to push it. The way to end your career is not this. He's probably going to retire after this for a little bit and be sick when he goes back and watch this again. Oh, AJ, there you go. AJ, third runner. There we go. Deontay Wilder, AJ, or Joe Joyce. One of them 3. There we go. There we go. Good job, Ray. That's AJ. AJ, he needs to get back in there too. Yeah, he won't be main event. No, he won't be main event. They'll have to be on the undercard of either a big fight, probably the entry fight as well. And you know what? Maybe that's the other thing that happened to Dillion. This was a big fight. pay-per-view, main event, Riyadh. Maybe it was too much for him. He ain't been the real big star like this, had a lot of focus on him in a while. So, I think AJ sleeps Whyte probably just as quick as Itauma did. Maybe he might give him 2 rounds because AJ's a businessman. He likes to please his fans. So he might get him 2 rounds. Wilder would actually struggle with Whyte for a while because I'm not sure where his head is mentally right now. I love me some Deontay Wilder, one of my favorite fighters. Just like his spirit, I just like how he fights and just like a fight. He just fights. Not the best boxer, not a lot of skill set. That brother just fights, man. He just walked out one day, tried to do something good for his kids, and made a damn career out of it. I can't knock anybody for doing that and risking it all. But at this point where Wilder is in his career, honestly, skill-wise, Joe Joyce or Deontay Wilder is probably the best, safest fight for Dillion Whyte at this point in his career if he wants to try to get a good victory to hang his hat on and then leave the sport. Obviously, he can fight any Joe Blow just on the undercard of somebody, tip his hat, walk off. I'm sure he doesn't want that either. He at least wants a name, and why not at least get a crack at a guy you've been going back and forth with like Deontay or Joe Joyce. AJ is another good option, but I think AJ's skill set's still too high, and he's still got good power. He said, real chance. Any top 20? I don't know. Let's go take a look. Who's top 20 heavyweight right now? Because I don't even know who they got all ranked right now. Ranks top 20. Let's see who we got. All right. He ain't fighting nobody in top 10. Here we go. You've got Usyk #1, Parker, Caballero, Dubois, Fury, Hergovich. They changed that, by the way, because they had Fury at #1, trying to be shady. Oh, no, they still got him as Ring Magazine still got him #1. Akoli will hurt him. Coley will hurt him. Joshua Ajagba. Okay. Fabio Wardley. Probably hurts him. Zhang definitely hurts him. Coley hurts him. Chisora, we threw that out earlier. I don't know what kind of glut for punishment we have for seeing another one of those, but Chisora's still hanging around. That might be worth an undercard. Michael Hunter, at this point, probably beats him, even though he's been inactive. Frank Sanchez, I think he could probably fight Frank. Frank hasn't really panned out too well, and he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. So maybe Dillion can get back in with him, or not back, get in with him for his comeback. Itauma's now #15. Probably will jump both these guys, probably enter the top 10. Justice Hooney, Joe Joyce, 17. He's top 20, so we're hitting that. Joe Joyce is still there. Jared Anderson. Ooh, you said, hey, Quan, you talk about Moses and Ajit. Moses, he's not ready for Ajit Caballero. I know what we saw today. He's not ready for Ajit Caballero. And honestly, I don't think he's ready for Parker, even though that's the rumor for the next fight. Ajit Caballero's a problem. Serious body puncher. Good chin on him. Ajit Caballero will not go out the way that Dillion Whyte just went out. Ajit Caballero, when he lands, he's going to land flush, clean, precise, and more importantly, his defense is pretty tight. I like Richard Torres. I do like Richard Torres, Edwin. Like me some Richard Torres. In fact, that would be a really good scrap for two young heavyweight up contenders who's pressing forward in the sport of boxing. Highly touted. You got the U.S. versus U.K. That would be a good fight. A lot of fanfare back and forth.